In this video clip, I'm getting ready to measure the scripts. This is the cut. This is the one. These are the ones that was been planed already. They've been sent to the planer, and the measurements on these are 9 inches by 1.5 inches by 1/4 of an inch. They've been planning, and this is the size that I need them to be. So I'm gonna measure them, cut them, so I can cut them into even smaller scripts. Being that this is 1.5 inch, so what I'm gonna do is cut each one of these by 8/16 of an inch. Each piece would be 8/16 of an inch, so that way I have 3 pieces out of this one piece. This is part of the process of transforming Mosaic, transforming pine wood into Mosaic art. It's a step-by-step process. You can go on the internet and buy the same cuts that I'm making right now, but I prefer to. I think it's more cheaper to go to Home Depot and buy wood and cut it myself. Anytime I need it, it's there. Okay, so I don't mind doing this. Need the right glasses. I'm nearsighted and foresighted, so I need reading glasses in order to see what I'm doing here. Okay, like I say, I got to measure them. Now, if you got a real good bandsaw, that's what I've got to use to cut these into smaller scripts. You can set your bandsaw to cut them at 1/2 inch, and it will do that. It'll do it all for you. You don't have to do no measurements. I have an old bandsaw. My bandsaw is pretty old now. I had it 7 years, and I don't use it so much. It's worn out. I got to get a new one, but it still get the job done, so I don't mind. So I take my time cutting these, measuring these pieces one at a time, getting them ready for to be made into Mosaic art. I started doing this, making these little cuts of wood, and I believe in late part of 2015, and I've been doing it. I mean, that many years. So it's been about 7 years. I've been sitting at this table, measuring and cutting wood like this, and it's routine for me. I don't mind doing it. Sometimes I use the bandsaw to do the measurements, and yeah, sometimes faster, but I just want you to know exactly what your measurements need to be if you want to try this yourself. See, after the rough cut of these scripts, I planed them, and they're now smooth on both sides. All I have to do now is just do the measurements and go back to the bandsaw, cut them into smaller scripts. After they've been cut into smaller scripts, I send them to the planer one more time to make it smooth again. Okay, I do like my wood to be smooth when I put the paint to it. I don't like to have a smooth surface when I etch it, when I add my paint to it. So I enjoy using my planer. It was a blessing when I bought it. I love it. It made a big difference because I was doing it all by hand. Oh my goodness. But things got better. In this video clip, I'm cutting the strips of pine wood into even smaller strips. Smaller strips would be a ½ inch by 1/4 of an inch by 9 inches. This would be the rough cut. After I finish cutting these strips into strips, I will send them to the planer and make them smooth on both sides. Say this is the taking the strips of pine wood that I just cut using the table saw. I plane them. Now I'm cutting them into strips, into smaller strips. This is part of the process in transforming pine wood into mosaic art. It's a step-by-step process. Each piece has to be carefully cut. That's what I'm doing here. In this video clip, I'm planing the small strips of pine wood on both sides, and each piece needs to be planed down to a little over 5/16 of an inch. So what I'm doing is I'm planing both sides, trying to plane them to the exact size that I need, and they're smooth on both sides. So what I'm doing, I'm repeatedly sending them through the planer because I want to get the precise measurements that I need in order to cut them into smaller pieces of cuts. So the process takes a while to do, but you need to do this in order to get the pieces to a specific size. If you go to a store, you could probably buy them already cut like this. I'm pretty sure they go through the same process. They probably do hundreds of thousands of them with the kind of machine they got. But I got a planer, and I could do it too. I may not do hundreds of thousands of them, but I could do a few thousands of them like this. So I enjoy doing it. So I take my time and send them to the planer, look at them, do the measurements, and make sure it's the right cut that I need. is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's a little over 5/16 of an inch. That's perfect. I'm gonna do the rest of it. This is finished. This is finished. They've all been cut. They all been cut to a little over 5/6. All been planed it to a little over 5/16 of an inch. So this is exactly what I need. In this video clip, I'm getting ready to make the final cut. I'm cutting the 1/4 of an inch by 5/16 of an inch and 9 inches into the smallest cuts. These small cuts is what I will use to make the mosaic art. I'm cutting quite a few I have to have I've repeated this process many times, probably thousands of times. Cutting these little pieces of wood one at a piece by piece is part of the process in making the mosaic art. All my mosaic art is made with wood, so this is one of the part of the process. Each one of these little pieces would measure 1/4 of an inch by 5/16 of an inch by 1/2 an inch. And these what I would use to make the mosaic art. These little pieces, these little cuts.